the most used AI is ChatGPT. Probably you use this ChatGPT as a search engine or answering the basic questions, but the ChatGPT can do way more complex tasks for you. Deep research, AI agents, and way more things, and you can't imagine what can do ChatGPT. So today I'm going to explore everything you need to know about ChatGPT and its cool features. So let's begin. Let's get it started. All you have to do, go to chatgpt.com, and there is a very clean interface here. So first of all, we just look at that. A lot of interfaces here, like deep research, creating image, agent mode, add sources. You can connect a lot of sources like calendar, notions, Gmail, and a lot more things it could do. So first of all, we're gonna start off with very basic search. I think you know what is the basic search, like best place to visit in South Korea. It'll basically find the things and present to you. It's very simple, right? It will give you the everything you need to know. So very clear version of that. Where should you visit the country? Busan, Seoul, and a lot more. Basically, you understand the things you need to know. So you can create called projects. So you can also put it these two projects, move to projects, or with a new project or whatever you can, like travel. So I made this project as a travel. It will makes you more organized. I searched before this one, and you can also switch up your model, like auto model, instant, and thinking, mini thinking, and legacy model is 4.0 or 4.1, and whatever you can do with these models. Second one, we wanted to look at the voice model. Voice model is basically you can talk to him. It's very cool features I love about it. Can you tell me about why people should go for visiting South Korea? Translated the text into voice recording. Hey GTP, can you hear me?
I sure can, loud and clear. Let me know what you need.
It's hearing me, but it's not
Yeah.
allowed here probably. And talk to it. Basically, its mobile version is more better, I guess. So you can go with that. You can record your voice and give to him, and it will transcribe or whatever. So very cool features, you know. Let's move into another. Is very cool features I ever love is a deep research. Let's look at attach the file. So if you have a documents and you wanted to summarize something, so right now I don't have any documents. So like Korea to keyword research here. So I have this one. So I put it. I can say it, can you analyze the data or how much blog are here? Basically, it also read the PDF and give you the everything is in it. So here's approximately 320 blog here, and it will give you the everything that you really know. Very basic stuff, but we're gonna go through step by step more complexity, and let's look at deep research. So deep research is more advanced things. For example, you wanted to make a little bit of research on market or research on complex tasks, so it's very effective in order to do that. So for example, I'm going through a startup, and right now I just do a little bit of market research on that. So first of all, I would like to research on Korean market. For example, I am very obsessed with travel industry. So here you go, I give a very simple prompt, and it will check a little bit what is the thing I really want from LLMs. Are you interested in the domestic travel industry in Korea and inbound tourism or foreign visiting, Koreans traveling abroad? All three. So whatever I want. So domestic travel industry in Korea I would like. So I'll copy and paste it up. And are you a career opportunities, investment and opportunities, or both? Yes. Copy and paste it up. What are the deep data you're looking for? The market size, project growth, trends, and key players, and customer behavior. Yes, I wanted to know. So if you want, you can also add a little bit more if you wanted to know about how many people are coming here or anything else you could do with that. Let's begin with deep research. It will take a little bit of time to do that, while we can do other stuff. Okay, other cool features we're gonna check right away. So right now we can do the agent mode. So agent mode is basically it will can work your behalf. It will done task for you. For example, if you wanted to make a presentations, so it will do a great presentation for you. Let's do that. And you can also connect your things like Notions, your calendar, and so whatever you want, you can able to connect with that. So right now I need just only web search because I would like to make a presentations. So all you have to do is just make a presentations right away. So let's do that. So it's thinking it will make a great presentation, I guess. The agent is basically done tasks behalf yours. Do some basic compiling things like it can reserve your flight, it can reserve your restaurants, it can also do some analysis your competitors. So it's really pretty well tasks need to be done for you can also just automate it the things. So we have to wait a little bit to know see what it create. So as you are seeing that is doing by your own browsing, it will create by its own. No need to do anything else. And while it's doing the task, you can do other tasks like wait for a while and or take a break or something. So it will increase your productivity. Okay, we got our presentations is worth 20 minutes. So anyway, whatever 20 minutes is worth spending, I guess you can do other stuff while it's making the presentations. Look at that, the presentations. Well, it looks pretty cool, you know. Look at that, the system world, power industry, and it's quite amazing to see that. You can download as well. Look at that, our research paper finished or not. Okay, it's also finished. It's a very long and well researched paper. Domestic travel industry in South Korea, 10 years outlook. And there is a data and a lot of things you can get the project growth here. Basically, research things save your time, money, and make you more productive. Right now, we're gonna see connectors. Okay, connectors is basically you can connect the things you want, and it will give you the breakdown what the pages you wanted to analyze. For example, there is a page of my finance. Can you analyze my data of finance and give me in a pie chart? So can you take it from my Notion? I connect the Notion and it will analyze my finance, where my money goes, and give me the data visual. So it's a really great way to analyze everything from your note, your calendar, and your Slack, your GitHub as well. So probably we're gonna see the codex in advanced technique videos. We're gonna make another part. Here we go, my background of my expenditure. So where my money goes is living and 60%, and a lot more things. It has given my all finances breakdown. So really great things to do. It also have a Canva. I study more, and it will explain you bit by bit, like personal tutor. For example, if you wanted to learn Python, so I want to learn Python. So it will ask you questions as a tutor so that you can learn. You have to make sure that you prompt it really well. So the more prompt is better, you could get more better outcomes on that. So for example, it's gave me the questions. Have you ever done any coding before? Something was my level it asking. I know. So it will test my level, what are the level I am, and according to my level, it will give me the instructions like this or that. So it's very basic things you can back and forth. There is Canvas. Canvas is the same things to write, and those you can take it up by your own. There are web search like a Google, Canva. You can make a design with that. Next thing we're gonna explore is Codex. We will make another separated video. It's a little bit of advanced kind of thing. What can Codex do? And how could we use Codex in the best way? End of the video, we're gonna see a little bit of extra thing like prompt engineering. So right now I'm not using the prompt in better way because it will take a lot of times. We're gonna give you a link for prompt engineering where I explain everything about it. And we're gonna also see a little bit of differences about prompt engineering and the simple tasks. And next things we're gonna see here, this one, personalizations. Personalization is basically you can personalize by your own, the basis of what are the tones you want, like listener, thoughtful, robots, and its default for me is better. And there is a behavioral things that you wanted a little bit of engaging or zingy or size, this kind of type, but I don't like to customize that. Is perfect for me. And I added nickname here. You can also edit your applications, like you are a developer, you are marketer, whatever you are, you can write it here as you wish. This is called memory. Memory is save your searches. What you search, it saves you and give you a personalized answer. It seems like ChatGPT knows you. Like for example, what it knows about you is you can also remove the memory from here. Like my Facebook pages is no, my username and a lot more things is no. So you can also delete it. You can customize as well. That's it for here. And we can also see the advanced things, the web search, code, interpreter, Canvas, ChatGPT bots. You can also edit by your own. So what are the apps you can edit here? You can connect here. Your GitHub, your Google Calendar, Notions. I give you example. Gmail is also great to increase your productivity. And there's a schedule tasks. You can also create a schedule task here. Like you wanted to search, you want to see the market research every morning, for example. Remind me your name. Like US stock market, for example, tell me daily or something. It will make this task for you. It will give you a notification at 6 a.m. and daily. You can also edit more tasks as well. More things here, schedules. We also data controls. You can also delete all of data. So it's very basic things. I think you know about the things. You can also add your family member as well. That's it for customizations, and let's go through Explore GTP. Explore GTP is basically more customized GTP here, like Canvas, your writing, just a specialized kind of thing. Like this is for writing purposes. The humaners kind of writing. There's a lot more things you can explore: productivity, your research and analyze, educations, lifestyle, programming. But one thing we missed, which is image generations. So we're gonna see it later. So let's my GTP and create something. So you can also create your own customized GTP. Like for example, you act as a Facebook copywriter. You can also ask like this. This will update ChatGPT. Here's a model 5. And you can also create this ChatGPT. You can also add maker. Yeah, you can also image generations, recommendations here. ChatGPT 4 is better, I guess, because it gives you. You can also upload a logo here if you wish. Let's upload a logo. What's the logo? I could give it here. I guess you got the point. Create. So you have create, and you can also share to anyone. A GTP store, and is here the ad maker is, and you can also save it. That's it for GTP. Customized GTP you can create by your own and present to others to use it to millions of people, like view the GTP. You can also copy it here. So ad maker, what it make is it make Facebook ads, right? Write me a travel ad copy about South Korea and generate an image as well, or Facebook ad. So this customized ChatGPT will create, and it is just specialized for making ads. It also can use your friends or millions of people. You can also share from here. Very basic kind of stuff. This is how you make customized ChatGPT, and you can make available for everyone to use. So this is how you can create, and you can also explore more things. So right now let's see image generations. Images is quite simple, and you can choose the options for here. I'm gonna generate a simple cat photos. Generate cat photo who are in the office with very stress for heavy workload. Let's see what it generates. So image has been created, so looks pretty well, so absolutely fantastic. You can also change. I will not change it. You can testify by your what you love it to do that, like style. So a lot of style here. What you like, you can customize by your own. So let's look at how to generate some photos. So Sora, there was Sora options here, but right now it's disappeared. Can search on Google and go to Sora. So Sora.com, let's go. Amazing tool to use. So Sora has new features. What you are seeing right now is all generated by AI, so it's quite realistic, and you can also generate some ad. And I also try to make a video for with my newsletter ad, which is really great. So this has been generated by AI, so it looks pretty well. So you can try it too, and you can also share it here, just like in Instagram Reels. Imagine, describe, and generate. There's also leaderboards here. Let's generate something right now. Describe your own ideas, what you wanted to generate. So here is the character. You can choose which character you want, but I wanted to generate a little bit of kind of fantasy thing. Okay, generate a soul, generate old soul, like before World War II. Let's see what it generate. When it will finished, it will come up with my own profile. Okay, it has been generated. So I generated also like World War II, before World War II. So it has been created like this. Quite well to see that it's not bad, I guess. So you can choose character, download it. You can also edit as well. You can edit your text if you don't like these, and you can also create another. So there was a Sora, so nothing complex to you. I hope you enjoy the videos, and next video we're gonna explore two codecs. Thank you so much for watching this video.